Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to talk about being future focused. We're going to essentially lay the foundation for your operational success. Before I get too deep on setting up your operations, I want to cover a key element to our success. And I want to share with you because I honestly believe that this is something that is often overlooked by people in their rush to get their products online on Amazon. Now, this lesson is going to cover what I believe that missing link is. It has helped us to become really successful in running multiple operations, and it has also helped us to expand our business onto multiple platforms. These key elements have helped us to stay focused amidst the many distractions of life. In this lesson, what we're going to learn about is the importance of setting up a brand's mission statement, vision statement, and core values. I'm going to share with you a little bit from my first Amazing.com conference, and the key takeaway that I got amidst all of the marketing know-how that I learned there was this: setting up a vision statement, mission statement, and brand values help you to become future focused. If you're ready to learn more, let's dive in. We have all been to those business conferences or corporate events where there's, some usually human resource representative who gets up and they do the big rah-rah for the company's mission statement, vision statement, and core values. I have been there with you. As a recovering engineer, I used to roll my eyes back at all of this touchy-feely stuff. Now, at my first ASM event in the winter of 2015, there was a speaker and she talked about creating a brand mission, vision, and core value statement. I took notes and I figured I would get to that task eventually after I implemented all of these amazing marketing techniques that I had just learned at the conference. In all honesty, basically I blew it off as fluff. But as fate would have it, I got stuck in Las Vegas for an extra 2 days because of a blizzard hitting Boston. All of the flights into and out of New England were canceled. So I had a nice, glass of wine at the pool, and I revisited my notes, and this is what spoke to my heart. This was a really pivotal point in my business because up until that point, the first roughly 7 or 8 years, we had been doing retail and online arbitrage, and we really didn't have a theme. We just found products that we could list. If there was enough of a profit margin, we put them on Amazon. And if we were ungated in that category and we could list it, it was for sale. That's not really a business model that's duplicatable, and frankly, no one wants to buy that. So this was a really pivotal point because we had just made the jump to private label and we had the ability to have a laser focus on the kind of brand that we wanted to create. Let's unpack what a mission statement, vision statement, and brand core values are all about. Now, your mission, vision, and core values form the foundation of your operational culture. The mission is a one sentence that essentially has the purpose of your business. I want you to think of it as your company's guiding star. It determines the company's direction. Smart business owners use this statement to initially remind the owner and then eventually their team members why their company exists, because it essentially puts everybody going in the same direction. It helps to make the company successful. The mission statement keeps everyone clear on the direction of the organization. The vision provides a strategic direction, and it describes what the owner or the founders want the company to achieve in the future. It is the what. Your core values, that is just who you are. It's what your company stands for. Here are some examples of some of my favorite brands. Starbucks. Their mission is to inspire the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Their 4 core values are to create a culture of warmth and belonging. Everyone is welcome. Challenging the status quo, focusing on dignity and respect. So if Starbucks started selling, like cell phone accessories, for example, people would walk into their locations and go, "Oh, what is happening?" Life is good. Their mission is to spread the power of optimism. Life is not perfect. Life is not easy. Life is good. Their core values include gratitude, creativity, authenticity, love, courage, compassion, humor, fun, simplicity, and openness. All of their t-shirts, hats, and mugs with their brand logo exude this rally cry for optimism. All right, now Amazon. Their mission and their goal is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. Now, as a consumer, if you have used any of these brands, you could read their mission statement and their core values and say, yeah, that describes my experience with those brands. If you've ever worked at any of those companies as an employee, you should be able to say, that was really on point with describing the culture and my job while working with that company. So let's look at an example of how you can create a mission and a vision statement as well as core values for your brand. Back to our amazing.com old favorite, the old silicon spatula company. Now, if this was my brand, I would create a name like Super Silicon Spatula Company. Each brand that you represent will have a different mission, vision, and core value statement. The Silicon Spatula Company isn't going to be selling baby formula because if they did, it would be completely off mission and off vision. And consumers would go, why am I buying baby formula from the Super Spatula Kitchen Company? Their mission, if this was my brand, it would be something like this. We will create the most innovative spatulas for the home chef. Their vision might be something like this: to be recognized as the world leader of innovative, professional-grade, high-temperature spatulas. Core values might include exceptional customer service, best product quality, innovative, revolutionary design, and something that kind of ties it all together. We love cooking and helping cooks. So I want you to stop and take some time out and write out your brand's mission statement, vision statement, and core values. I find that this helps to form the foundation of your operation and towards your ultimate business goals. These are going to be living documents that you're going to put in practice as you continue on your e-commerce journey. Once you have created them, upload these to the Google Drive because we will be revisiting them when we begin the outsourcing module. Here is a window into Jeff Bezos's mission statement for Amazon and their drive for customer obsession.
Your goal is to be the largest online, and you are, retailer in the world. Beyond that, what's the goal?
Well, our mission is Earth's most customer-centric company.
But I don't know what that means.
Well, I'll give you an example. Right after World War II, Morita-san, the guy who founded Sony, set as the mission for Sony that they were going to make Japan known for quality. You have to remember, this was a time when Japan was known for cheap copycat products. And Morita-san said, he didn't say we're going to make Sony known for quality. He said we're going to make Japan known for quality. He chose a mission for Sony that was bigger than Sony. And when we talk about Earth's most customer-centric company, we have a similar idea in mind. We want other companies to look at Amazon and see us as a standard bearer for obsessive focus on the customer, as opposed to obsessive focus on the competitor. So that's one of the reasons we work on differentiated products. It's one of the reasons we take a long-term viewpoint on things. You can't really do the right thing for customers if you're short-term oriented. And if you're going to invent new things, you've also got to be able, and this goes along with long-term orientation, you've got to be willing to endure a lot of criticism. You know, if you're going to put, Kindle is a good example, if you're going to put your back into reinventing a 500-year-old industry, some folks are going to get ornery.
It was also feared at one time, those people who had your stock, that once Walmart, for example, got serious about being online, they were going to blow you away. Why didn't that happen?
Well, I think it's because we did a good job for our customers. So, you know, we have you go back in time, and we've been called Amazon.toast,
Right, I remember.
Amazon.con, Amazon.bomb. You know, this is all like in the first 3 years of our existence.
Sure, yeah.
And that's part of what I'm talking about, the willingness to be misunderstood. If you're going to do things, we lay out what we're doing and we tell people, you know, how we think about things. Like I'm saying to people, you know, the iPad is not a Kindle killer. I'm very clear about that, but it doesn't keep people from writing that. And I'm very clear about why. It's a totally differentiated device. It's $139. Works in bright sunlight. You can read with one hand. It's so light and the battery lasts a month. For $139, why wouldn't you want a device like that?
Okay, but let me go back to the Walmart issue, though.
Yeah.
What was it that made you able to sustain a challenge from the world's greatest retailer?
Obsessive customer focus on...
But how do you focus on the customer better than they focus on the customer?
Well,
I mean, they're pretty good at focusing on the customer too.
But we're very differentiated in how we do it. And so our approach, if you think about our retail business, which I think is what you're asking about here, there are really three things that we know are critical.
That's the heart and soul of your business, isn't it?
And especially relative to the Walmart question,
Yeah.
I think that's the key. It's selection, low prices, and fast, convenient, reliable delivery. So that the shipment side. And so we have...
Wait. So Walmart doesn't have low prices, fast, and convenient delivery?
I would claim that Amazon has much broader selection. In many cases, if I don't want to be overly bold in my claim, but the online model gives us significant cost structure advantages that lets us have even lower prices than physical stores.
Selling online?
Well, sometimes they do have umbrella problems sometimes where they don't want to compete against themselves online versus offline.
But a Walmart, with all of the volume that it buys, its purchasing power, therefore gives it the ability to offer lower prices. Well, doesn't that give them an advantage they ought to be able to translate? Because their purchasing power is bigger than your purchasing power, is it not?
I think in a lot of the product categories, that ship sailed a long time ago.
That was a little glimpse into the history of Amazon, and it really relates well with what Amazon's foundation and what their core beliefs are. And when you couple that with your business, you have a really great foundation on which to go forward selling on Amazon's platform. It also is a great segue into our next module. In our next module, we're going to cover key performance indicators. We're going to learn that there's two types, Amazon's and yours. Now, I want you to follow along as I explain the systems that we've created to put our business on autopilot. I want you to learn where I go to get information and where my team members go to get information to push it up to me as the business owner. I want you to learn what metrics are important to Amazon to keep your account healthy so you don't have to worry or risk suspension or possibly any kind of an out-and-out banning from Amazon. We're going to really dive into the key components of your operation. So let's go.